Welcome to this week's video. We are taking this trailer and that Volvo across the state, about 700 miles round trip. We're gonna pick up a fridge and some wood on the other side and bring it home. Not on the steering wheel, she wants to drive. We are on the road with the cat in tow. She isn't complaining too much so far. I think she's gonna get used to it. I think she likes the fact that we've got all the stuff piled in the back because she can see out the windows wherever we are. But we've got about a 5-hour drive until we're gonna camp tonight, just in the backcountry somewhere. Gotta stop and get fuel. I guess we're gonna hammer this out. Once again, we arrive at the Costco fuel station. Menko's been a little stressed in the car, so we thought we'd stop for lunch instead of having it on the road so she could explore a little bit, which she seems to be somewhat enjoying, at least more than being in the car. We've got some leftover homemade pizza from last night. Uh-oh.
There's a train coming.
Well, I don't think there's much else we can do. We're gonna get back on the road. Hope she gets used to this at some point, but we did what we thought we could before we left by having her go on short car rides, but she just does not seem to be having a good time. I hope she's able to relax at some point. This might be her one and only adventure.
I think so, I guess. Yeah, because it turns into like the iPad mini. I think it's just...
She seems to have found a little bit of a happy place down there in Leah's footwell, so I mean, as long as she's happy, or at least not miserable anymore, we're happy. So we've got about another hour till fuel, and then probably another, what, half hour until camp, so we're making good progress. Here she comes. I was really stressed for the first couple hours of this trip that she wasn't ever going to calm down, but I mean, cats are pretty highly adaptable. It just takes time. I think she's going to be a happy camper at camp tonight when we're out in the wilderness without a lot of distractions. We'll see. Alright, we're about 3 miles to where we get off the freeway at exit 69, which is very nice. After that, I think we go through a small town and then we'll be hitting dirt and we'll have to see how that goes. Menko's still being pretty calm. She's found her home in the passenger rear seat footwell, so I think she's doing all right. She's getting a little used to it, settled down, so that's good. Climbing up into the mountains, it looks like. We're already quite a ways away above the Columbia. Very pretty out here already and very nice out today. We have hit gravel. So that red waypoint on the map there, that I've marked as the edge of private land. So we are going to be going onto public land very shortly. And obviously that's where I've heard to camp. Menko isn't a huge fan of the off-roading, but she's been tolerating it, which is good. And I've been trying to drive a little less crazy than I usually would. We've come up to a few gates now, and we did actually want to go through this one, but it seems to be locked. I'm not really necessarily sure why. This is public land, but I don't have a key, so we're gonna have to try and find a place that doesn't require going through any of these gates. They seem to be on just about every offshoot, so I don't know, we're gonna have to see what we can do. So back there, I actually forgot that I had a trailer, and so I was down at this dead end. I did have to back up with the trailer, which I'm actually pretty good at, generally backing up a trailer. However, I just can't see this trailer, and if you can't see the trailer, then you don't know where it is. So I did struggle with that a little bit, but fortunately it was a road that was wide enough that I had room for error. That said, that's why we've stopped and are now exploring this little road on foot to see if we can find a campsite back here. All right, so it does look like there's plenty of space for a trailer down back there, and there's no one there yet, and it's a pretty camp, so we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna go down there and camp, I think.
Just a trip to the tree.
I would also like if we went over there.
Gonna be, oh, that can't, oh, that is a nice one.
I like that one a lot better.
Yeah.
It's just a trip to the tree. And you're invited to see my trip to...
Oh, you're gonna hop out? What do you think?
Let's go explore, Menko.
So this line here we've got going from the Volvo over to a tree, and clip her on there, and that gives her a little more freedom. Obviously with cats, they can sneak out of their harnesses in tricky and unexpected ways, so we do still need to keep an eye on her, of course, while she's out and about. She doesn't entirely understand how the harness works necessarily. With this positioning of the string, she can also reach her bed and her litter box. And we're gonna leave the car open because that's kind of a home base for her. Hopefully having access to that will make it feel a little bit like home, since it has been home for the last about 5 or 6 hours. Now that's a happy kitty. I thought she would be happy after we got to the woods and stuff. I think she just gets overstimulated. She really does usually like exploring, which she can obviously do a little bit out here and see in new spaces. Anyways, I need to get this tent set up, so we're gonna do that. And then maybe there's some wood sitting around here. I might try and build a fire. Guess what we forgot this time? It seems like every other camping trip I forget this. I forgot the sleeping pads. So we'll be using the big, thick sleeping bag to sleep on, and our other sleeping bag for our top cover. And hopefully that keeps us warm enough. So what we've got here is the top bag is like a 50-degree rated bag. We've got these little sleeping bag liners in here, one for each of us, and then the bottom bag here is thicker, and it's I think rated down to about freezing. Welcome to the Volvo's kitchen, but further back, I guess. We are just past the Deschutes, and whenever I'm camping in this area, I love to have just something from Deschutes Brewery. And tonight we just got their fresh squeezed IPA. That always just, it's a very nice one. So Lay's has finally brought their all dressed to America. I don't know if the novelty isn't there because they're not special from Canada, or if the recipe is different. But in my opinion, these are a little heavy on the barbecue, but they're good. Tonight for vegetables, we have asparagus, and we've also got some chuck eye steak and some carne asada seasoning from Spanglish Acerdo. Butchered that for sure, but we'll see how good it is. Like I mentioned last time I had asparagus, all you need for good asparagus is some butter, salt, and pepper. It might look beautiful out here, and I agree, it does look beautiful, but it is not warm. According to my watch, it's 54 degrees already, and I've got all 3 sweatshirts I brought on, so we'll see if I stay warm enough.
Spatula for 2.
As I mentioned before, I'm no expert at cooking steaks, but I'm gonna try my best here. For what I understand, you should flip steaks pretty frequently, so that's just what I'm gonna do until they're done. I think these guys are done. We'll have to see how I did, but I think they're done.
On my water bottle.
All right, now let's see how I did here. Looks pretty good to me. Oh, yeah, that's good. That rub, that carne asada is really good too. It's not only our time to eat. I figured she might come over. You get a 1/4 cup Menko. We put it in the egg carton so it slows her down a little bit so she doesn't eat too fast. Are you a little hung up, kitty? She's a little hung up there. There you go. Right here. Where are you going? Oh, you're scared of the ATVs?
Yep.
Well, while Menko finishes dinner, I'm gonna see what I can get going for a fire here. As per usual, I didn't bring any paper or anything except for what we used for dinner. I'm gonna be trying to start it with pine needles. I do have one thing working for me. I got a pretty powerful lighter here. I don't think Menko's seen fire before, and I don't think you're gonna see fire tonight looking at the smoke. I don't know, we might have something here. It's not gonna be easy because all this wood's very wet. In between stints blowing on the fire, the second drink I've got tonight is a long drink. It's a citrus mixed style drink, and I've got the light version here, and I like this thing a lot. Yeah, it's just so refreshing. It's a really good summer drink. I haven't been eating junk food at home, but we're not at home, so I've got a Reese's PB&J, which I'm very skeptical of, but it was new, so I wanted to try it. That's actually really good. The J is basically just strawberry cream. Really good. What do you think of the fire, kitty? a little skeptical. I'm not a fan when cars or trucks or anything drives past, but she seems to like hanging out in the Volvo when that happens. I think it's good to have the door open for her. It's like her zone of comfort now, even though she wasn't very comfortable 5 hours ago or whatever. You can put one over there too. Oh, that feels very wet, but I guess I'll put it on there. We're gonna watch SNL here by the fire. I think we have just enough service to get it live. It's on in about 2 minutes now.
I think you accidentally added us to a government chat.
Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time. Thank you.
Well, our service wasn't quite good enough to stream it. It was a little glitchy, but we watched it. We'll probably watch it again when we get better internet. But we are very much ready for bed, and judging by the fact that Menko's been in her nest for the past few hours, she is also ready. We're gonna go climb into the tent. All right, Kitty, let's get your harness off.
You're gonna knock the camera over.
Can you not?
She's like, oh my god, someone's coming. Oh my god, it's Joel.
So we're afraid we're gonna be a little cold tonight because this top bag's only rated down to like 40 or something. So we've got our blanket. We left these sleeping bags on the floor in our house and she loved playing with them. So she'll stay plenty warm tonight because she likes to crawl inside of them. Oh, she's crawling over. She's laid down already in between my legs. She was ready. All right, I guess that's it for us for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow morning. All right, good night. Good morning. We ended up sleeping for the full 10 hours that we had. We stayed pretty warm. I was pretty comfortable laying on the ground, actually. I don't know if comfortable is the right word, but I wasn't too uncomfortable. Menko spent the entire night about right here underneath the sleeping bag, keeping warm. Do you want to go investigate all the birds, Menko? We got 45 minutes until we need to leave. So for breakfast this morning, Leah's got these things which she prepped last night, overnight oats. I prefer my oats hot, so I've got these Kodiak cinnamon oats, and then we've also got the AeroPress for coffee. This little 3D printed thing that I have to hold my beans, it actually broke, and I printed a new one the night before we left. I love 3D printing, it's great. Not bad, not the best I've ever made, but I was just kind of going off memory. Then these oats that I'm sure I got way too much water in. And they're cold. Awesome. Something that's interesting about this little off-roading area is that we actually aren't doing an in and out, we are doing a round trip. So we're just driving through the woods and then coming out in a different location. He's a big boy.
I agree with you, but counterpoint. It was cool.
great day.
Thank you, you
Does
too.
your dog like a treat?
Oh, it's a
She's a cat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got cat treats. I couldn't see the sun.
Sure.
We do have cat treats too.
Oh, thank you.
There you be. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Well, we stopped for dinner with Leah's family here, and Menko's hung out in the car. She's done a good job. Can I put your leash on? Her family wanted to come out and meet Menko, so they're going to do that, and then we'll be hitting the road. It's about an hour and a half until we're staying the night at the cabin.
They're in the 60s, but like simple miles. 16 desiccated, and nice interior too, dude. And like the houses are just such a. Very excited to do that. Thank you, Adrian, for putting together a
Hi, kitty.
We're all made of the same red, different parts of the same land. We're all one unit, different perspectives of one unit. We are all the same red, the same blood.
Well, I guess that marks the end of this video. We've made it to the family cabin property, only about 1 quart of power steering fluid later. Obviously, this thing, other than that, did excellent. Menko was pretty happy most of the time, but all in all, she did really well today. She was in the car most of the day, so she's just such a trooper. She's getting to explore all of these beautiful woods around here now, obviously on leash, but we'll go with her and explore with her. I guess that's all I got for you this week. Next week, we're gonna do a little bit of a video about what it's like to live out here. I'll probably show you some of the property, what I do every day while I'm working out here. It's not exactly like my usual content. There won't be any camping or working on cars, but it's kind of the same because I love being out here, and this channel is about doing things I love. The week after that, we'll be going back across the state and camping somewhere in White Pass, and that'll be really good and really fun, hopefully. And we're hoping to find another really nice secluded space where Menko feels comfortable, of course. We'll also be 1 fridge and a bunch of firewood heavier, so it'll be fun to tow that with the Volvo here. That's all I got for this week. I will see you again next week. Bye-bye. The wheel is starting to go.